Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today we're back to modding, and well, let's talk Stardew Valley modding. I wanted to give you my top favorite mods for 2020 in Stardew Valley, so let's just dive on into it. Now, first up for you, I have the Community Center Helper mod. This mod has saved me so much time and so much like back and forth on the wiki and all this other stuff. All it does is if you hover over any of the items that you're looking for in the Community Center that you haven't put in yet, it'll actually tell you where and when you can get it. So if it's a fish, it'll say tuna is available on such and such a date, or you can get the wool from this animal and you need this barn to get it, and stuff like that. And it's just made filling out the community center stuff much more enjoyable and a lot quicker and more efficient. And when playing Stardew Valley, I do like to be as efficient as possible, especially in the first year. So if you're somebody that kind of struggles with knowing exactly when and where to get certain items, I would highly suggest downloading this mod. My second favorite mod would have to be the Seasonal Garden Farmhouse. This mod is just utterly stunning. I'm obsessed with pretty much all of Dust Beauty mods. When I do my visual mods for 2020 for Stardew Valley, you will see that the majority of the mods that I use are actually by Dust Beauty. But this farmhouse is utterly stunning inside. Each of the progressions throughout the farmhouse is just beautiful. It's nice and big and it's airy and it's got a lot going on for it. So if you're somebody that enjoys the decorating side, especially for your own farmhouse in Stardew Valley, I cannot recommend this mod enough. Speaking of your farm, let's talk about the farm map that I've been using. It's called Reimagined Standard Farm, and well, I love this farm map. It has different sections pre-sectioned out for your crops. It has spots for different types of barns. So like for your barn, your coop, there's a spot specifically made for a few different buildings if you need them. There's spots for your beehives and all this other stuff. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. It's spacious. It's a lot of space to work with. It's beautifully organized. It still allows for a lot of customization. But I, for one, am a fan of maps that kind of have things kind of pre-laid out for me so I can decorate to my heart's content, but I don't necessarily have to worry about the planning quite so much. So if you're looking for a new standard farm map, check this one out. Speaking of checking things out, let's talk about the Flower Crab Pot mod. Now, this mod might seem a little silly to some of you, but I personally don't like the way the vanilla crab pots look. I've never been a fan of them. And this mod will turn them into just beautiful little flowers that'll just be in your water. And they do kind of evolve too with the seasons, I've noticed. And the other nice thing is, though, if you don't want them to be flowers, there are a few different options that you can pick on the mod page. I think that there's a Halloween themed one as well as a butterfly themed one, if that is something that you would prefer. But if you are like me, you don't like the vanilla crab pots, you want something a little bit different, a little bit more aesthetic, if you will, this mod is definitely going to be for you. Can we please also talk about, speaking of aesthetics, the Seasonal Outfits, a slightly cuter aesthetic mod. It does exactly what it says it does, and it gives the seasonal outfits a slightly cuter aesthetic. I love seasonal outfits for the various villagers. I think it makes the world a lot more immersive, a lot more fun, and it also just gives it a different kind of shine and polish, especially if you're somebody that's more used to the vanilla version of the game. So I love the little hats that everybody wears in the winter, the coats. I love that, like, during the different festivals or different like holidays and stuff like that, they're actually festive outfits for those, if that's something that should be there. For instance, the one for Halloween is really cute. So definitely check this mod out if you're looking for just a little something different when it comes to all of your villagers. Now, this next mod, I've talked about it before. You guys know that I'm obsessed with it. It's called the Fishing Made Easy Suite, and it's probably going to be in my list from now until ever. It is one of the best fishing mods out there. I, for one, do not like the fishing in vanilla Stardew Valley, and normally I had a mod that pretty much just insta-caught all of the fish, and well, that is nice and it's easy. I kind of want something a little bit more. I wanted to be able to customize how much fishing I actually had to do. And so this mod allowed me to say, well, I want it to be like 75% easier. Or you could say, I want fishing to be 50% easier. Or you can even go a step further and say, I want all of the legendary fish to be able to be caught all year round. I want the seasonal fish to be able to be caught all year round. You can go into the file and to pretty much customize it however you would like to make fishing the most enjoyable experience possible. So if you're somebody that doesn't like fishing, or if you're somebody that wants to customize your fishing experience a little bit more, this is going to be a must-have for you. Now, Ren's expanded greenhouse is a beautiful greenhouse mod. There are a whole bunch of different greenhouse mods available for you for Stardew Valley modding. This one so far, though, has just been my favorite. I like that there are different spots for trees. I like it that there are 2 different planting spots. There's also a really nice the kind of like area for you to use like a sauna so you can regen your stamina if you need to. And it's just literally beautiful. So if you're looking for a brand new greenhouse mod, something that gives you just a little bit of a difference compared to maybe some of the others, or just the vanilla one, definitely give this one a go. Tidy crafting menus is our next mod, and I cannot even begin to tell you how much I didn't know I needed this mod until I downloaded and then used this mod. The fact that now everything in your crafting menu is just so nicely organized and it makes sense is just, I cannot put into words how important this mod is, how much it will never, ever leave my game now that it is in there. I find that crafting in vanilla or just in general, it's a little chaotic trying to find what I need. And then I'm like, wait, what is it that I need? And like trying to remember the name, stuff like that. And so the fact that this mod makes everything so much easier to find, everything is nicely categorized, and it just makes it way more pleasant to do. If you'd like things more organized, you have to download it like right now. Now, the second to last mod that I have for you today is called NPC Adventures. I love this mod because it allows you to take various NPCs with you throughout your travels. So if you're going to go into the mines, the secret forest, and you need help with combat, it allows you to bring them with you. And it just makes the world feel a little bit fuller, and it gives you a different kind of connection to those characters, especially if they're playing as your love interest. Now, there is a small set of requirements that is needed before this mod will kick in, and it does work with all of the bachelor and bachelorettes. Now, the other interesting thing is if you have a custom NPC and the mod author has modded it in, you can also take custom NPCs with you, which then leads me into what is arguably my favorite mod for Stardew Valley in 2020, and that is Lucikiel, the new custom NPC. This mod is just incredible. I've loved the story behind him. I've loved the creativity that goes along with it. I've loved how it's not something typical that you would normally find within the world of a Stardew Valley. So he is quite an interesting character. Kind of starts off more on the evil side, is a demon, which for me personally is absolutely a plus. There is a very well done README file that comes with the mod, so I would highly suggest checking that out, as it tells you what his likes are, the schedule, all of that good stuff, any important things that you might need to know going forward with the mod. But if you are looking for a new character in Stardew Valley to hang out with that is also a marriage candidate, I cannot recommend this mod enough. And as a bonus, this mod does have a compatibility patch with NPC Adventures, so if you'd like to take him out on some of your adventures into the mines and stuff like that, you can absolutely do that. And as a bonus, there is additional dialogue that goes along with it. But y'all, those are my top favorite mods of 2024 Stardew Valley. Hopefully you found a few mods in there to add into your load order, or maybe a few of your favorite mods that got mentioned today. Now, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below, or go ahead and find me on Twitch. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, depending on where you are in the world, and I will catch you next time. Bye, guys.